Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel here today, and we're back for another Walking Dead discussion video here today, and we're back with another What If Walking Dead video here today. So we're discussing what if Lee was never bitten, and how would that implicate in the end of episode 5, as well if he ended up living into season 2. So I'm going to be a hypothetical theory here on what I think would have happened if Lee was not bitten in episode 4. Obviously, this is open to you guys in the comment section as well. What do you guys think would have happened if Lee was not bitten? How do you think it would have played out differently? And do you think he would have made it? If he would have made it to season 2, how would have his impact been? Would he have been the playable character? Would Clem still have been the playable character? That's completely up to Telltale again and how they did that. But down below in the description, I have another straw poll. You guys vote for the next video as well. We've decided 3 days, so 3 Walking Dead videos a week. I will leave a poll there. You guys need to go vote on what days you think are the best for the poll. And like I said again, thank you for all your support. I do appreciate it. If we can go for 200 likes on this video, that would be fantastic. As well as leave me in your comments what you think, what I say here, and I think it's pretty much accurate. As well as, guys, we also are going to start Batman tonight, 5 p.m. EST. I'll link the stream down below in the description if you guys want to go check it out. As well as we're going to be playing Season 2 tomorrow night, I think, tomorrow, because I'm just going to get Season 2, the new episodes coming out tomorrow, and I've actually been hooked enough to play Season 2 of Batman, so we'll be trying that out. Thank you all again for your support. If you're new here, make sure you again subscribe and leave a like. I would appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get straight into it. So, if we bring ourselves back to this moment in episode 4, this is basically where my theory starts here, this is where it all went down, guys. This is where the bite happened. So, we're going to put in the scenario of where this didn't happen. Obviously, this will exactly play out the same way as it did the past one, where Lee is about to get the walkie-talkie here, and like I said, the fastest walker, or at least, like I said, the surprise motherfucker walker pops out of nowhere and bites Lee. So let's just say Lee, out of good habit, reacts quick enough and stops the surprise mother walker and actually survives here. So now we have the scenario of still, like I said, going back. Kenny, Krista, Ben, and Omid are going to come behind us. Ben being determined in this scenario, but they're going to be coming behind us, remember? And we're going to be going, like I said, we need to go get Clem, because we don't know where Clem is right now, because we have the hat and we have the walkie. We currently don't know where Clem is. So we assume, again, like I said, with Lee not being bit, the choice of showing the bite / not showing the bite comes up here, my friends. And we're basically, this is the point where we said the bite will not be shown. Like I said, so the choice here could be something maybe saying, you know, maybe we know more information about Clem saying she's missing or not, depending on that, but we all know she's missing. So that bite choice is completely scrapped, and now we have our choice of who we want to bring with us. And like I said, now with the bite not being shown, Kristen Omid may not come with us. So like I said, if this played out the exact same with me not being bit, my group, like I said again, is Kenny, Krista, and Omid. I'd leave Ben. Like I said, I didn't know the freaking the cancer survivor group is going to pop out with Vernon and them. So I would just leave Ben. It would just be us 3, and then Ben would be staying back protecting the boat. Because like I said, we'd have to have somebody protecting the boat. And then, coming up after that, we have to go now to the hospital where we're looking for Clem. Now, obviously, with Lee not being bit, the pass-out scene does not happen. We don't have the pass-out. We don't have the arm cut-off option. That is all scrapped. So potentially now, like I said, we are going, like I said, there. We don't find her, but we find out the guy calls us, and we find out the walkie-talkie call, and we find out that Clem is at the Marsh house now. So with that being said, now we have to obviously get out of the hospital like it's normally, but instead now Lee is not, like I said, everyone's freaked out. They're not in an entire complete rush because of Lee's bite, and like I said, Lee has 2 arms. So the pass-out scenes and, you know, fatigue and stuff he's getting is not going to happen. He's going to be 100% on it. So they will get out to the top. Same way it plays out, like I said, no bite. So now they're going to be rushing even more to get to the bottom. Then they're going to be going through the walker horde, get back to the house, find Ben with the boat missing. Like I said, I still think Lee bite or not, the cancer survivor group obviously gets the boat. And like I said, Kenny unleashes on Ben again. I think this honestly, with Ben, if Ben's not there, then let's say I killed Ben, then I would take just Kenny, and I'd have Crystal Mead defend it. But in this scenario, I'm saying Ben's alive with me, so Kenny's obviously gonna flame out on Ben, and then we're gonna tell him to calm down, and probably Ben will flame back. And I think honestly, with the bite not being an issue, I think this argument could continue upstairs. Like I said, when we go up, like I said, when the walkers start breaking through everything and all the madness, chaos, and we have to go up to the attic, pull down the attic thing down, and we go. Obviously, now the decision, like I said, with Kenny and Lee in that fight and how they found out how to get out of the attic doesn't happen anymore. And now we have probably, I think, Kenny and Ben getting into a fight. Maybe the same thing happens where one of them throws the mural at the wall, and then you see the opening there. So obviously now with that being the possibility, we have to now look at what happens after. Now obviously, like I said, the fights and stuff don't happen between Lee and Kenny because of the bite not being present. Now with the bite not being present, that obviously, like I said, we're still going fast, but we're not going to go like full flame speed, you know. We're going to get there as fast as we possibly can, but we're not going to like go, like I said, we have got nothing to lose because, like I said, we're not bitten. So after that, we're getting out. Ben, obviously, same thing I think what happens with Ben and Kenny, that's obviously going to play out the same. Maybe, though, if Lee is not bitten, Lee in this scenario maybe tries more. Kenny maybe won't close the gate on Lee, saying, you know, you're already gotten bitten, man. Just I'll handle this, you know. Maybe not, and maybe we got a better chance of saving Ben, but probably, like I said again, that where Kenny sacrifices himself, supposedly, and tries to save Ben, or at least put Ben out of his dang misery. That'll probably play out this exact same way, and then, like I said again, it's just gonna be me, Krista, and Omid. Now, obviously, after that, we've got the part with where we're going across the balance beam now. After we're going across the balance beam, remember, it splits out in half, and Krista and Omid are on the left side, and we end up being on the right side. Or if you said like they go first, they're on the right, we're on the left. So how are we going to do this? Now, obviously, with no bite being present, Lee will not have, like I said, Lee will not be as gutsy to jump down and freaking go. He wouldn't be gutsy to jump down and go after Clem. Now, since he was bitten, obviously, in that bite scenario, he was obviously, like I said, YOLO. You know, I'm still bitten, you know. Now, obviously, not being bitten in that scenario, he's going to probably try to find some way across. But obviously, there is no way across. So, would Lee have to do the exact same heroics and jump down and try not to get bitten? Or would they have to try something different? I think they'd have to find something different, man. Because, like I said, the situation, they called it, I remember me saying it, it's fucked. You know, so obviously one of them would have had to done it, and I don't know how it would have worked. But let's just say Lee goes down, he gets through the walkers, and miraculously does not get bitten. And he gets into the Marsh house now. Now, obviously, let's say, you know, the roof option's obviously a possibility, but I don't think there was any way they could have gotten to the Marsh house through the roofs, because it looked like the situation was fucked. So I'm going to say Lee just got really lucky. So then after getting lucky, Lee gets to the Marsh house, runs into the dang stranger, like I said, regularly go in the house, run into the stranger, and obviously Lee not being covered, like maybe Lee's probably still covered in walker guts, because he probably had to kill a bunch of walkers to get there, but he's not bitten. Now, obviously the dialogue options of him saying to the stranger, I'm bitten, you're going to be bitten, or you're going to be dead next too, you know, that those don't pop up. So, obviously, the battle probably goes out the same way, the argument and stuff probably goes out the same, and then depending on, you know, what happens, you know, the stranger dies. And then, like I said again, Lee covering the walker guts. Walker pops out from the door. Lee kills it. Then maybe Lee figures, okay, cover Clem in the walker guts. So they're going to probably do the same exact thing once they kill the stranger, walk out of the Marsh house, and then go straight into the street. Now, obviously, at this point, remember, this is where Clem runs into her parents, and then Lee passes out if he's bitten. Now, in this scenario, he's not bitten, so Lee does not pass out here. Now, what do? There's like, I think of this as a determinate choice. Pretending like we go after, like I said, we put Clem's parents out of her misery, or we just, like I said, hide Clem and just keep walking. Obviously. And then, like I said again, depending on that, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But obviously, we wouldn't leave Clem's side. Like I said, but maybe that's just dependent on the player's choice. And then, obviously, maybe in the end, when the mountain scene happens, obviously the garage scene here does not happen if Lee is not bitten, because Lee doesn't pass out and they don't have to go, Clem doesn't have to drag him into the garage here. So obviously now we look at it, And I believe we're going to run into that mountain scene where we see, like I said, Krista and Omid. And now I think the determinant choice would be to go after them or stay. You know, depending on, that could be the final decision. And then we go into season 2. Now, obviously, I'm going to discuss a little bit of season 2, but obviously season 2 ends up being completely different if Lee's around, because like I said, who would be the main character of season 2? I think Clem would still be, but I think Lee would change a lot of the things that would have happened in season 2. Obviously, discussions and stuff, how Clem acts and stuff, because obviously this death, obviously there's a huge time skip and stuff between season 1 and season 2. Remember, after Omid gets killed. Obviously, with Lee being there, you know, Clem could even be changed even more, or be completely different. Like I said, these actions have, like I said, big impacts on the character, and obviously Lee being alive could easily impact Clem. Maybe Clem is more dependent on Lee than dependent on herself if Lee's still around. Now, obviously, Lee still teaching Clem, you know, probably maybe Clem learns faster than, you know, than not. But like I said, I don't know, Omid's death could be a factor in this, but obviously I'm just talking about the episode 4 and 5 scenario here. I mean, honestly, if you want me to put in the scenario, what if Lee was in season 2, you know, just give me a comment of that and see how many likes we can get, and then we can go for it. But after this, we have to look then, obviously, any different scenarios would have played out. I think the episode almost would have played out exactly the same, other than maybe a couple differences. Like I said, the garage scene not happening, the conversation with the stranger happening, the Kristen Omid thing happening differently. Maybe the Kenny and Ben thing could happen a little bit differently. But I just see minor differences until about the ending of how everything goes. Alright, but guys, that's basically all I'm going to discuss here. If you guys have any questions or you have your own theory, please give me like a couple paragraph theory. What do you guys think would have happened if Lee was not bitten? Give me your scenario. But basically, my scenario is that it basically almost plays out the same, except in the end, starting to season 2, Omid does not die. We have Krista, Omid, me as Lee, and Clem. And I think that will play out the same there. But like I said, the deaths will pretty much play out the same. Ben being determined will end up dying no matter what. Kenny will probably end up going missing, but it'll probably be a more emotional thing. And like I said, Kristen Omid, they'll probably end up still getting lost, but we'll probably end up running into them again. But it's basically the ending of not being said. There probably might be a big choice, though. Maybe putting, like, Walker, let's say Kenny doesn't kill Ben. Maybe putting Walker Ben out of his misery. There would be probably a big choice, like I said. Because, like I said, the reason what made this season finale so good was the heartbreaking conclusion of it, obviously. Now, how would they change that, obviously, with Lee being, Lee being not bitten? Would it be Clem? Could they swap it? Possibly. They would have had to make it somehow kind of sad, though, if they wanted to really match, the Lee bitten scenario way they went through episode 5. Well, if you guys have any questions, like I said again, leave them down below. I will make sure to try to read your theories on what you think's happened. But that's basically my theory of what would have happened if Lee was not bitten. Guys, if you have any more what-if topics, please just comment them down below in the description. If you guys have any also lingering concerns, please go vote in the poll down below, guys. There is, like I said, again, a poll. We're doing Walking Dead videos 3 days a week. It was obviously voted by you guys. There's a bunch of different days I got written out, so you guys can vote on what days you want Walking Dead videos. And then, like I said again, thank you all again for your support. Let's go for 200 likes on this video if we can, and I will catch you all in the next video. And like I said, I can't wait to read your guys' theories on this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next stream and video. Peace. See ya, Batman 5.